Hello, Aries. What is up? What is up with my wig? What is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Shigo. We are having a bad hair day. Really, though, my name is Carissa. Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys that are new here, the way that I do my readings is intuitively. Something might happen to you in 24 hours, by the way. That just came to me randomly, so I shout it out before I forget to tell you. But the way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life. And we close it out with spirit guide messages. Okay, so I heard flawed situation, and I can see with your cards that you've got basically there's flawed situations in like every area of your life, so take it as it resonates with you because it might not be all areas for you, right? But I looked up, I was like, okay, flawed situation, like what is the actual definition of that? And it refers to a state of affairs that contains a mistake, weakness, or imperfection which can have negative consequences. This can apply to a variety of contexts such as a project with a flawed plan, a study with a flawed methodology, or even a person's flawed thinking or perception. The term implies that the situation is not ideal and may lead to failure or poor results. Aries, right now, Neptune just went back into Pisces. It's still in retrograde until December, but it's changed over signs here. And with that, it has a heavy impact on you as well. And then Mercury retrograde is also starting on November 7th, but we're in pre-retrograde right now. So there's a lot to really consider when we're making decisions, when we're moving forward with things, okay? So there may be some painful but truthful conversations that are going to be had here. And, it's like there's new beginnings that are needed. It says flawed situation here on this card and tower moment. Your overall tarot card is the Tower card. We have challenges. We have stabbed in the back. You have not seeing clearly. We do have answers are coming, which is great to see. We have friend zone. And then you have telekinesis. Okay, telekinesis says influence, willpower, control, and obstacles. So right now, I feel like there's quite a few obstacles in your path, okay? And whether it's one area or it's a multitude of areas. And so there's going to need to be, build over, that's right, not solid. It says on this card as well with nail, needs securing. So during retrogrades, it's always a time for us to reflect, realign, renew, recharge, everything. It is not a time to make solidified decisions, to sign contracts, to travel, to do any of these things. All of these things that we do right at this moment right now can come back around and bite us in the ass during actual retrograde. And with Neptune, again, and move back into Pisces right now, it's like you're going through this like new spiritual awakening, but with that there's a lot of heavy lessons. A lot of you guys, if you have like Aries Saturn, you guys are about to start your Saturn return, and that is creeping up in the astrology, and all of the planets are kind of acting like you're already in your Saturn return right now. So the decisions that you make right now are definitely going to impact the way that your Saturn goes. Now the thing is like even if things look like they're going super easily and super great for you, it's a flawed situation. You're a Capricorn. Welcome, my love. But it's like it's a flawed situation. It's like things. Okay, so for example, like my wife was in her Saturn return when we very first met. You've already done your Saturn return according to what you researched. That's amazing, Chelsea. And so again, it could just be retrograde and stuff like that. I'm just sharing an example here of what this current astrology how it can impact you. So we had smooth sailing, like when we moved to Mexico and everything like that. Like there were little hiccups here and there, but otherwise I was like, this is so destined and so aligned. It's absolutely perfect. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And then when we got to Mexico, one thing happened after the other, and we learned a lot of lessons, and it was still an experience. I would go back and redo it 1,000 times. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I freaking love Mexico. There's nothing wrong with Mexico. It was just soul less lessons that specifically my wife had to learn, but of course I'm vicarious to that, or like, I'm with her, so that was just like part of the process there. And so that's kind of the situation that I'm getting, Kara. It's like, it looks like everything's really great around you, okay? But it's a flawed situation and there's more to look at. You're Mexican, what happened? Nothing happened, my love. Nothing happened. But, well, for me and my wife, when we were down in Mexico, so I moved to Mexico. I lived in Puerto Vallarta for 2 years. Amazing experience. If I could move back today, I literally would. Like, it's nothing wrong with Mexico, but we got in a car accident down there and stuff like that. So then we were like without a vehicle, and if you're Mexican, you know how long the insurance takes down there. Like, it takes forever. We also had the wrong type of insurance, not the wrong one, but like apparently it wasn't a great company, so we had issues with that. It ended up resolving in our favor and everything worked out, but it took forever. Okay, you saw videos over there. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I love Mexico. I love Mexican people. I love the culture, everything. Ugh, goodness. I would love to become a citizen. Do you have any cousins or anything that want to get married? Por favor. Okay, anyways, but let's go ahead. So I'm just like sharing like that, it's like things like that where it's like everything can move really smoothly and it can still be a beautiful experience, but there's going to be obstacles in the way. Yeah, awesome. Let's work on that. Send me an email. Genuinely, they can come here or I can go there. Doesn't matter here. No, I would love to live in Mexico. That's ideally where I would love to be. We Mexicans love you. I love you guys. Stop it. I genuinely love you guys. I love Mexico. And people are there. Why is everyone so afraid? Like, Americans are brainwashed, man. Not to talk shit on Americans. They don't know better. Look who's in office, right? Like, they don't know. But Mexico, I never locked my car door. I never locked my house. Like, nothing. It's the safest freaking place down there. So, yeah. Anyways, I mean, as long as you're a kind person and stuff like that, it's so much fun. Like, everybody. I knew everybody. I talked to everybody down there. It was great. Okay, but let's focus on Aries here. Aries, my loves. So, anyways, you're trying to control the situation to something here, and Spirit's like, hey, yo, you need to step back and like just control your reaction to the situation. There's going to be some painful but truthful conversations that are going to come up here, whether they're conversations with yourself, conversations with a mentor, a guide, a counselor, somebody that you respect, okay, whatever it may be. And you might have to just kind of like accept, like, that's it, that's the truth of the situation. You can be finding out a truth as well, where like you can be finding out that somebody stabbed you in the back, and that fucking sucks. Like, that's painful to hear. Nobody wants to be stabbed in the back, nobody wants to have these experiences, but sometimes it's just part of life, right? And so right now I do see that there is a need for you to like start over or build over, and I'm always right on your reading. Thank you, Star, for that confirmation. I appreciate you. I know it's not always to hear, but I don't want to like butter you guys up and lie to you. I'm not here to capitalize off of your vulnerability. I would rather lead you in the right direction. So I'm glad to know that my readings are helpful, even though they're not always the brightest bulb in the box, okay? For some of you guys, you might get friend zoned, or you might be friend zoning somebody, which is totally fine as well. If somebody's sliding into the DMs, somebody might just be like, hey, you're more like a brother or sister to me, and that sucks to hear. So that might happen here. This is somebody that you started in the DMs or whatever. And as you can see, like, he's happy, she's not, is kind of what I'm getting. So there might be just an unbalanced situation. I do see that there is a need for inner healing during this time. Some sort of self-reflection, some mirror work. Specifically, I'm hearing mirror work. So with mirror work, if you don't know how to do mirror work, it's about shadow work. It's about really, being in the dark, lighting candles, and just like staring at yourself in the mirror and accessing all these different versions of you. You can incorporate breath work and meditative music or sound healing, binaural beats. You can incorporate a lot of different things into it. I know for a lot of people, when you stand in front of a mirror, like, it can make you very uncomfortable at first, and because you're reaching into all these different versions of you, these different aspects of your own self, these different timelines that you simultaneously exist on, if you believe in like a multi-timeline theory or reality, right? And so it can be very uncomfortable, but again, this is the best thing for you at this point in time right now. These tower moments are a shake up to wake up essentially for your highest good. It's nothing negative, and Spirit doesn't want you to perceive it as negative or even you being punished. It's not you being punished at all. All right. In regards to your career and finances, I do see that it's like you're going to resolve some sort of situation soon, okay? You're going to find unique ways to stand out, and there could be a new job opening with some sort of security that is going to be coming in for you here. I do see a little bit of like emotional spending, so make sure that you are monitoring that, especially as we are moving into, you know, Mercury retrograde here. We do want to make sure that we are not emotionally spending, you know, we're slowing down on our financings and reassessing where we want to put everything. Will you dog stop wrestling? Stop it. I know you're so excited. Cerberus, enough. I have a puppy and he's like in his big lanky bulky stage. So he's a Rottweiler. So if you can imagine, yeah, he is just very playful right now. But anyways, otherwise, I definitely see you having a job that you love. Hey, no barking either. I'm working. That is disrespectful. There can be a lot of distractions, especially with like, this is not the Rottweiler, obviously. Can you imagine? I gaslight you. I'm like, this is my Rottweiler. You're like, I think somebody lied to you, Carissa. Soda, you a Roddy. Yes. Oh my goodness. Please don't rip off my, oh my gosh. This is my pit bull. Just kidding. She's not a pit bull. She's a lab. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You ladies have fun. Ladies and gents. Okay. So I do see you being very supported. Okay, there's something here about joint finances as well. Feeling supported by other people, having a job that you love. Some of you guys are like counselors or guides, or there's some sort of like great advice that you can receive from a counselor or guide if you're in, you know, therapy or something of that sort. Okay. Let's see, you're not seeing things clearly and changes are coming, so be open-minded. So again, it's like with the Tower card, we most often, like when a Tower moment happens and you have Tower moment here, and Tower moment here. But when a Tower card, when Tower's moments happen, it's like, usually it's unexpected. It's kind of like what I shared with you, like with a car accident, like that's unexpected, you know, it's a Tower moment, like, fuck, I didn't plan for this. So just know that that's coming in. To address you, Star, my leg is broken, but I do have surgery coming up, and I am really nervous for it because I fucked up and I watched a YouTube video on it. So that was the dumbest thing I could have ever done, and they literally are going to be drilling fucking holes and screwing a plate into my ankle. So I'm really not excited about that, but I am excited to get out of the boot. I'm tired of it, and I am excited just to heal and get better. So yeah, I took the boot off. Hi, love. You okay? I am live. There's lots of distractions, so you can have a lot of distractions in your life right now, Aries. You want some chips? Okay, did you finish your food? Okay, you can have some chips. Do not eat all of them, though. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Star. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chelsea, for the hearts. Appreciate you being here. Okay, let's go ahead and start shuffling live. We've done a lot of talking. Let's see what we've got going on. Show me what we got here for Aries, please. Aries. By the way, that was my Aries child that came in. You guys got the Salamander card, Ouroboros, Creative Work, Infinite Wisdom, and Alchemy. Yeah, there's a need for alchemy right now, okay? With the Ouroboros, it's the snake that eats its own tail. If you're not aware, okay, which represents an ending and a beginning. There is no such thing as endings. There are only new beginnings, okay, new cycles, a cycle of life, and how each cycle contributes to the infinite wisdom that we have, that we get to share, that we get to act on in our realities, okay? With alchemy here, again, it's alchemizing any of these setbacks, sitting there and like realigning, renewing, recharging, reevaluating where you are putting your energy into. Salamanders have a very significant role in spirituality. Give me a moment. I actually forget, but the salamander is on the Page of Wands, I want to say, or is it on the King of Wands? It's in one of the traditional tarot cards, though. Salamander, spiritual meaning. transformation, inner strength, and resilience. Okay, it's fire. So we are fire. You are a fire sign, right? The most common association is with fire, representing the ability to pass through challenges and be reborn or transformed by them, similar to how they were thought to be able to live in fire in ancient myths. Okay, it's transformation and regeneration, inner strength and power, and hidden knowledge and secrets. Okay, as well as adaptability. The salamander teaches the importance of adapting to life's changes, embracing metamorphosis, and navigating the balance between different worlds like fire and water, or the conscious and unconscious. Okay, very beautiful. So super, I mean, I always knew, and this is card number 23, which breaks down to the number 5. Fives represent challenges, obstacles, but they also lead to abundance. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Thank you for... Okay, we have lessons learned in the recent past. That's a great start. Messages, please, for Aries. We have overnight success. Fuck yeah. And we have side piece. Oh. Well, deep fake. Okay. This took a turn. Let's go ahead and clarify real quick, and then I'll discuss this, because I'm getting... Yeah, that's not... Okay. Boy. All right, Aries. Brace yourself. This might be the painful but truthful communication here. With love, of course. Oh, no. Okay. All right, babies. Here's the deal. So, lessons learned is clarified by the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Pages are students. When they're in the reverse, they have not learned the lesson. So in the past, you might have thought that you learned a lesson, and perhaps you did, but, you know, it's like an onion layer. Like, you peel back, and you're like, what? There's another onion layer. And you peel that back, and you're like, what? There's another onion layer. You know, and it's just like there's multiple layers to a specific lesson, okay? And so we tend to learn through these multitude of layers here, and I feel like you're going to hit another layer of this onion, of this lesson that is coming in for you, okay? I do see you having success from this, so it's not anything that's gonna be like, oh my god, this is the end all be all setback. No, not at all. You might there's a lot of eyes on you through some sort of success, okay? You successfully overcoming obstacles and stuff like that. People are going to watch you successfully overcome obstacles. King of Pentacles, yes, and you're going to do it in such a practical way, such a grounded way, you know, and really come out on top, especially financially, all right? I do see there's a lot of financial success here for you. You might be announcing something, some sort of good news that's coming in as well. I don't know why I'm hearing announcement. Magician card, something that you manifested. So you're going to announce something that you manifested, or there's something that you're going to announce that's going to bring a lot of eyes to you, okay? So very interesting. Like, I feel like people weren't expecting this of you. Never underestimate an Aries. Never underestimate an Aries, okay? That's something that you don't do. That's your own fault. Side piece here. Secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice, only late night calls, and then we have the Two of Swords. You might end up blocking a side piece, okay? For some of you guys, yeah, Three of Cups in the reverse. You don't want to be like a third party situation to us, you know. I feel like you're just like unhappy with this person, or you feel like they're treating you like a side piece. Again, that could be the painful but truthful situation here, where it's like you're seeing the truth. Yeah, Four Swords. This person was just around to sleep with you. Emperor card in the reverse. Yikes. Okay, Emperor, that is you. Aries, tell me, is this Aries? Is Aries a side piece? The Moon card. Aries, you might have a side piece that you know, aren't really discussing. Obviously, take it only if it resonates, please. All right, or you might be the side piece for somebody else. Again, only take that if it resonates. If that's not for you, it's not for you. Please don't make it fit. You know, if you're a triangle here and this person's a square, it's not for you. Please don't make it fit. Oh, goodness. But I feel like there's just like seeing is no longer believing right now, okay? I feel like there's some sort of altered truth, and that's part of the flawed situation where, you know, there's something here that you're kind of rushing into. Like, yes, there's success, yes, there's exciting things, but at the same time, it's like, you know, there's something deeper to this level of success, and it has to do with some sort of lesson here that you're going to learn on a different level, okay? Again, it's nothing bad, it's just what our soul experiences. But yeah, tell me more about that. Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse. You know, like when we're really excited about things, but then our passion quickly like dissolves. That's what I'm getting with this situation here. All right. You might see that it's, again, it alters like your truth of the situation. Like, damn, I was so excited for this, and like I don't really believe in this anymore. Like, I don't know if this is the right thing for me anymore. Okay. Yeah, divine timing is here. And again, friend zone just showed up as I shuffled this, so that side piece might end up being friend zone, sneaky link, whatever you want to call them. You might friend zone them, they might friend zone you. But yeah, be careful of that type of energy, because I do feel like it's just going to end up with you guys just being friends or whatever. So just be mindful of that. But for the rest of you guys in the rest of the situation, be mindful that, you know, you might think that you're heading towards a very specific outcome, but that might not be the exact outcome here, because there is kind of like a plot twist involved there. Messages, please, for Aries. Thank you. You guys have the itchy card. Okay. Well, your overall is lollipop, so that's good. Give me a second there. Sorry, I was getting a call. I couldn't read the itchy card because the green just wasn't matching with this orange. So there's something here that's going to lead you to a bit of a disappointment and depression, or some sort of sadness, okay? It could be feelings of like loneliness or isolation here. This is kind of blowing in. It might make you feel very fragile, or kind of remind you of a certain situation. Know that you are protected through this, and, you know, pace yourself is what Spirit's saying. Take life slower. Reevaluate the situation, okay? Build up that bandwidth with like your emotional strength, and then remain true to your own path. All right, there will be a positive outcome at the end of this. You know, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly in life. With the lollipop card, though, again, that's representing a positive outcome. Okay, something good or something positive that's coming in. Make sure that you are treating yourself, and know that there are exciting excellent, I kept saying excellent opportunities. There are exciting opportunities that are coming in for you, okay? So tell me about this itchy card, please. Five of Cups, which is sadness, depression, loss, okay? Tell me about the blue card. Thank you. Okay. And 5 home guns. Okay, so 5, 5. Fives are significant for you right now. All right, Judgment card. You're meant to go through this here, but I do think it's going to help you see things clearly that you weren't seeing clearly in the first place. 7 of Cups. I feel like there was a lot of like dreamy energy, imaginative energy, but it was ungrounded. That really is Uranus right now. In Pisces, like the way that it's affecting you is like needing to really ground things down, you know, and not get caught up in like escapism or blaming things outside of you, but taking accountability for things like in your own life. And that's where it's like, okay, I need to slow down. I need to stop making such quick and impulsive decisions. I need to learn to be more patient, because I keep being forced to like walk away from things that I think that I want. And I'm realizing that's not what I really want. I'm realizing that this was an illusion, and it actually disempowered me with the Emperor card in the reverse, right? So by doing that, that's what brings you into the sweeter situation and brings up this exciting opportunity. Yeah, 2 of Cups. There could be a friend or a lover, somebody here that also helps kind of like bring some sort of opportunity in for you. Tell me about this. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's something new, though. It's something that you will be excited about, okay? But it comes with an ending. This ending brings in a brand new beginning. So, again, there is a need for a new beginning. That came up in your original, on your original card here, your original Oracle card. I forget what your original card was. Sorry. I always, like, black out when I do your readings, and I forget what I say. I try my best, but I can't always get it right. So make sure you're making empowered decisions and you're not rushing through things right now. Impulsive decisions are just not going to be favorable for you. Yeah, Nine of Swords here. It's like not thinking twice. You know, act now, think later is kind of the energy that I'm getting. And I do feel like that is going to have like some sort of repercussion that you are going to have to heal from. So I would think first, act, you know, after. Really don't, I don't know, retrogrades are just not a great time to make decisions. Okay, they're a good time to like build and come up with great ideas and stuff like that, but yeah. So there's something here about getting ready, feeling really beautiful for yourself as well. You have this dog showing up here as I shuffle this out. It says ability to devote yourself. Okay, happy, loyal, faithful friend, devoted. So make sure that you're being like a devoted friend, a faithful friend as well. Devoting yourselves to, you know, yourself and your path. All right, clarify the dog card, please, for Aries. We have the Eight of Cups and the Three of Cups in the reverse. With the Seven of Pentacles. And, okay. And the Nine of Cups in the reverse. There might be a little bit of like selfishness that's going on here with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and it might make individuals unhappy. You know, you might think that you're like doing the right thing, but there's other people involved that you may not be, you know, considering here. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, this could be like unhappy friends and not like actually catering your, not catering, you don't cater to other friends, but like devoting yourself to nurturing commitments. So you might have friends that end up like walking away from you here with the Eight of Cups, or you may walk away from commitments that you feel are not nurturing to you. It can always be vice versa here, so just take that as it resonates. If Okay, question though, if they're like devoted, why would anybody be walking away? Okay, Page of Cups is in the reverse and the Five of Swords. Because of ego and, you know, everybody's in the like, I'm protecting my peace, but in protecting peace, they don't recognize that a lot of people are not protecting their peace. They're putting up borders. It's not even healthy boundaries. It's borders and it's self-sabotage, and they're pushing people away in that process. Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse, but they don't want to like look at that, you know. Five of Swords to the Two of Swords is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a form of escapism, all right? And so there's a bit of escapism here. Tower card reverse, and you know, I feel like somebody is doing this. You can have a friend walk away from you, right? And I feel like this person's doing it, you know, to protect their peace or whatever. And it's just a form of escapism. If you're doing that, it's a form of escapism, baby. Make sure you hold yourself accountable, okay? Let's move forward. Let's get into career and finances. Career and finances for Aries, please. What do Aries need to know? Career and finances. In the flow and harmony. Okay. We have perspective and the future. Love that. Everyone's thinking about the future right now, as we should be. As we should be. And then honest work with shedding. Okay, snakes can be significant here. You keep getting like snake energy. The Ouroboros snake. Now you have shedding. Go another snake here. You know, if you do any rituals, I would definitely work with like snake skin right now. Make sure that you are getting that snake skin though, like, you know, in a honest way. Don't like kill any animals or anything. Like, I have a snake, so I get snake skin all the time, and I have just a jar of all of his skin that I use in rituals and stuff like that. But there it says you're starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You will work well in healing and medicine. Messages, please, for Aries. Let's go and talk about this. Okay, you have a guardian angel with you. We love that. Messages, please. Wealthy investments is in the reverse. And moving up, okay, with money tree as your overall. Perfect. All right, so there's just a slight warning. Everything's fucking perfect. We love a reading that looks like this. You guys are on the money, you're on the ball, okay? But be careful about investing in things way too quickly, especially during, like I said, retrograde seasons. Make sure you're considering the future. Changing the way that you look at things will help you tap into like a brand new light and get you to where you want to be. Plan for the future, but make sure you are living in the present. Spirit is supporting you during this time. You know, you have a guardian angel here, and the universe is, you know, definitely sending you help to help tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life that you want to create. I feel like you want to bring in a lot more harmony here. I do see that a lot of you guys are going to have like some sort of honest job that's not really glamorous, just to get experience to help you move up in the future. Spirit's reminding you success is a process, not a quick fix, but you will be on the rise here. There are going to be new offers or like salary increases that are coming in your future by you doing the hard work. Okay, so we love that. Yeah, and the money tree is dreams come true. You will get what you have long desired. Enjoy your wealth. That came up in the Libra, so you could have Libra in your chart. You might not, but that's okay. But it did show up in Libra's reading as well. Show me what we got here for Guardian Angel and in the flow. We've got the Seven of Swords being very strategic, and then the Lover's card in the reverse. But you have to be careful about how you're moving, okay? Four of Pumpkins. I definitely see you're like holding back. Why are you holding back? Five of Cups. Hold on. Two Pumpkins. Ten of Pumpkins reversed. Okay, thank you. All right, so there's this energy here, Aries, where it's like you're walking away from one thing that's like not serving you any longer, and moving. You feel bad for water signs. You won't fit in with anyone. I'm not sure what you are alluding by that. Water signs are great. I love water signs. I love water signs. Those are definitely my faves. I really like Scorpios. But that's because I have a Scorpio moon and stellium, so I understand them and the way that they operate. And it's not all Scorpios. Like, I can find the good and bad in every single sign. Like, have you ever met a really fucking bad Capricorn? I'm a Capricorn. I've met some other... My dad, my abusive father was a Capricorn. You know? He was the fucking worst. So, I don't know. For me, I can really see, like, the good and bad in every single sign. But, yeah. Anyways, all right. I feel like you guys are just walking away from things that are no longer serving you in regards to work and career. You might be changing your direction that you're going in, all right? And that's really what I'm getting. You're trying to find balance. I do see that you are juggling a lot here at work, and there's a need for you to focus on like one thing at a time, you know, and not overwhelm yourself or overload yourself. Tell me about the future. Thank you. We have King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so you're not really seeing clear on the future right now, or you have some sort of ideas that aren't rooted in reality. Knight of Wands in reverse, which is kind of making you make like spontaneous decisions or something like that. Like, this is not the reading where I'm like, yeah, quit your job, Aries, like fuck your job, go start a business. No, this is not the time for you to like do something like that. Okay, I'm definitely not seeing that for you. I think that it's really important to make practical decisions right now. Yeah, Queen of Wands in the reverse and Page of Wands in reverse. Jeez, a lot of reversals here. You're being forced to really slow down and be patient and be disciplined. This is going to require discipline. Your future is going to require a disciplined self in the current energy. So, setting up some sort of routine might be more beneficial for you. Tell me about this routine. Okay. Five of Swords. It's really hard for you to set up a routine. Three of Swords, because your emotions get in the way. Hierophant, you don't like routine. Okay, I understand that routine can be boring. I do. You know, I don't fault you for that. I'm not huge on like, okay, it's 3:03 p.m. time to brush my teeth, and I'll brush my teeth until 3:05 p.m. and then at 3:05 p.m. I turn off my faucet and I wash my hands, and then by 3:07 I'm doing this. Like, there's Dubai Bling or whatever. There's this girl and she has everything. Like, she schedules in sex. And I was like, oh, yikes. So I get that. I'm not telling you to be disciplined like that, okay? I'm not telling you to be so disciplined that you schedule in dates and everything like that. Nobody wants to be boring like that, okay? That's boring, yucky. I don't like that energy. That's way too rigid for me personally. I like more fluidity and spontaneity. But you do need some sort of routine that does work for you, you know? And you'll find that flow in your own life. And I do see you looking for it. You might need to shed, you know, what's not working in order to realign what is working. Tell me about moving up and honest work. Okay, we've got the Page of Swords. Nice. This is like researching, looking into things. All right, putting the hard work into it, learning. All right, you could be learning a lot. We have Eight of Pumpkins in the reverse and the Sun card in the reverse, though. So you're learning something new. This is like mastering something new. When the Eight of Pumpkins is in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, you know, it's a lack of mastery. And so I do see you're learning all that you can about a specific subject, okay? The World card, so you can have success, Wheel of Fortune, and turn your life around in the way that you were wanting, okay? Turn your situation around in the way that you're wanting. So let's say that you're wanting a level up within like your career path that you're on right now. Let's say that you're like an employee and you want to be a manager. This is where you're really looking into all of the things like, okay, what does a manager do? How do they show up here? How can I show initiative in that, you know? Or let's say like you are in a certain position at work and you're like, okay, I want to go back to school. I need to learn something new. I need a different degree in order to move up the career ladder here at work, or in order to open up my own business, whatever it may be here for you. Okay, I'm hearing exposure as well. So some of you guys are looking for ways to like bring in more exposure, whether that's like starting some sort of social media platform or something like that to bring in that exposure for you. Tell me about shedding. Thank you. Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, so there are delays. These are divine delays, though. Again, don't look at it negatively. Ace of Swords. The delays so that you could reflect, okay, and reassess your situation here. Because with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, again, you are not seeing something clearly. Three of Pumpkins in the reverse. I feel like maybe you're seeing things one way and, you know, your work or coworkers are seeing things a different way. And so there is a need to rest before responding. Make sure you're not reacting, you're just responding, especially if this has to do with coworkers, okay, or people at your work. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse, because you can really avoid a lot here. I'm like, we gotta avoid that. No. So be careful of arguments with coworkers at work as well, okay, or people who just like don't agree with you at work. Again, you have your guardian angel here, so they are here to guide you. Sit at your altar. The veil is very thin right now. It's a good time to really work with this energy. Be careful about spending too much money or like signing on things. Oh, to clarify, wealthy investments in the reverse. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups here. And the Justice card in reverse. I was just literally going to say, be careful of signing bad contracts right now. Okay, I feel like you could get fucked over in something. This is the time where it's like, oh, I'm going to buy a new car here. And then you end up getting a limit and it has all these problems. Or like you go and you sign a contract on, you know, a brand new apartment here. And the next thing you know, the pipes flood or it was a scam or whatever happens. It's like, now it's not the time for you to sign contracts. Wealthy investments are in the reverse. I would definitely hold off on that just for the time being. Okay, we'll see what happens next week in your finances for you guys. Let's go ahead and pull cards. Thank you on Love Life. We have engagement ring. Congratulations. Some of you guys could be getting engaged or in a serious relationship. Keys on a ring is here. And healing cards. Overall energy is palm tree, but it's in the reverse. So there's going to need to be some sort of adaptability here. There's a lot of changes that are happening in your love life and matters of your heart. Clarify engagement ring. Thank you. We've got divorce. Well, that that was the plot twist even I wasn't expecting. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, you straight up got no. All right. There's some stubbornness here. There is some stubbornness, all right? I don't know if it's you or a person that you're dealing with here. You could be going through a breakup right now. I do feel like you and this person are going to communicate, but you are trying to keep your options open right now, okay? I see that here. I feel like you're going through a healing, and it's just not really the right time for you to date. If I'm being real with you, I don't think that this is a great time for you to, like, date. Tell me about divorce and engagement ring. So you were in a serious commitment. Yeah, Three of Cups is here. You were happy in this commitment, okay? Page of Swords in reverse until things took like a turn for the worse is what I'm getting. Tell me about communicate and keys on a ring. Okay. Nine of Wands. Ten of Swords. Fuck me. Well, not me. Star card in the reverse too. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. You don't have to be. You could have Aquarius in your chart possibly, but otherwise there's some sort of like disappointment in a situation, okay? I feel like somebody here just, you know, they claim victim to you in some sort of way. All right. Or, you know, they put you in a position here to like have to keep your options open. Like maybe that just wasn't the right situation for you. I do see there was some wounding patterns that kind of got in the way of this connection. Ten of Swords, possibly some sort of betrayal or somebody feels betrayed. Tell me about healing and no. We have the Knight of Swords, arguments, the Fool card, dumb arguments, the Death card, and the King of Pumpkins. Somebody doesn't want their peace disturbed, okay? Like I'm literally getting that. I'm like, don't disturb my peace. Like this is stupid. Like we're arguing over a pencil right now, like, you know, the difference, like our mechanical pencils or our regular pencils better, you know, and it's like that type of energy here of like stupid arguments and somebody here just trying to protect their peace in a situation. So I feel like somebody's just being petty. I do feel like there's some sort of like misunderstanding here. It again, Mercury retrograde, misunderstandings are going to come up, so I wouldn't rush into decision making. Tell me about this. Knight of Pumpkins. Yeah, don't rush into decision making. Slow and steady here. It's like sit back, take some time off, take a step back here with Page of Wands in reverse. Think about it. Eight of Pumpkins. You might end up wanting to like put things back into this like relationship again. Okay, it might not. I mean, it just kind of depends, but there is a need for like being adaptable. Tell me about Palm Tree in the reverse. We have the Emperor card. Yeah, being in your power, that's great. We love that. Aries, that's you. The Tower card though. Fuck, you keep getting the Tower, man. Tower, Scorpio, Aries energy. So that's you, yes, but also Scorpio. You could be dealing with Scorpio. Scorpio rules over transformation. We also have 6 planets in Scorpio right now. We've got 1 planet in Cancer. We've got another planet in Pisces. We've got a grand water trine going up on in the sky. So a lot of people don't know how to handle all of this water energy. They don't know how to handle the deep emotions and stuff like that. Okay. 2 wands. Yeah, but just like keep your options open. I wouldn't immediately like slam a door shut right now because I do feel like there's going to be some sort of future conversation that comes in about this, like reassessing the situation. You guys might break up just like for retrograde or something like that and end up coming back together. Yeah, the Ten of Cups here. And yeah, I do feel like it's weird. It's kind of like you guys just brush it under the rug and there's really no apologies with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, though. So, I mean, each to their own. I mean, everybody does things differently. But, be adaptable, be flexible, okay? If you know it's not for you, that's totally fine too. But right now, it's not time for you to like move on into the next relationship or anything like that. I would definitely work on healing and kind of resolving whatever that conflict was that kind of came up here. Mirror card. Yeah, you and your partner are like mirroring things onto each other. You know, our partners, I said this in Virgo's either their Neptune reading or their retrograde reading, but I said maybe we're dealing with the Virgo, that since I'm bringing this up, but like our partners are a mirror of where we have healed, or maybe we're perhaps we're blurring the line where we think that we've healed but we still need more work done, right? And I'm kind of getting this in this situation here, so there's a need to reflect on our own wounds and go into some sort of introspection, because you guys are mirroring each other. So anything that you know are not disappointed by, that might be a reflection of how you're kind of giving to the situation, or vice versa, right? However that is playing out here. Let's go ahead and close out your reading, my loves. Let's see what we got. Forgive them and release yourself is coming up immediately. All right, yeah, I just feel like forgiveness is important here. I don't see like a long-term breakup, honestly. I just feel like you guys are like mad at each other and trying to like stick it to each other, you know? And then retrograde ends and you're like, yeah, I don't even remember why I was fucking mad. Like, you know, like whatever. It's kind of that energy, but that's okay. Everything happens in the way that it's meant to happen. All right, we have admired, acknowledge how much you do. So many people appreciate you. We have transform your burdens into blessings. You are a master alchemist. All right, some alchemy work might be good for you. Okay, we also have you are aligned with source energy. We love to see it. Check your pictures. You will see us is coming out along with you give so selflessly. It's your turn to receive. One more card. You got two more. Free yourself from destructive thoughts. You are magic, and then you are manifesting rapidly, so think positively. Bottom of the deck here is get rid of that destructive habit. Top of the deck is take better care of your health mentally and physically. Thank you. You have a wonderful evening, Andrea. Thank you for being here. Okay. And be careful about projecting pain. Make sure that you are cultivating self-awareness and creating accountably. Okay. With these two cards coming out here. All right. Aries, I love you guys. This isn't a bad reading. There's some flawed situations, not a big deal. You got this. You will alchemize it. You will transform it, and everything will be favorable. I love you guys. Thanks for dealing with my horrible wig.